family said that they will never go back to New Orleans, and this is why. I am back with another spooky story, and you may not want to watch this one at night. So Daphne went to New Orleans last summer with 2 of her friends. They wanted the authentic experience. So they booked this place off Dauphine Street. It looked harmless. Bright blue shutters, iron balcony. They had that charming French Quarter vibe. And inside of the house had antique furniture, and if you into that stuff, like, it was beautiful. It had like this old vibe to it. Well, the first night, nothing was really off. Besides the house being insanely humid, everything seemed normal. Daphne kept waking up at 3 or 4 a.m. because it felt like someone was standing at the end of her bed. You know that feeling in the room when someone's there? But when she looked, it was just shadows from the ceiling fan. The second night, that's when things started to pick up. Around 2 a.m., she woke up to pacing in the hallway. Slow, heavy steps. She thought it was one of her friends, so she called out. And the steps stopped right outside of her door. She didn't move for almost an hour. When she finally got the courage to open that door, the hallways were empty. Both of her friends were knocked out in their rooms. And by the third night, yeah, everybody had a story to tell. A friend said she woke up to someone tugging on the blanket at her feet. One of them swore she heard a woman crying in the living room. At first, everybody was laughing about it until they noticed something that would shut them up. Every single morning. Now, mind you, they were supposed to stay there for 10 days. Every morning, the chairs had been pulled out from under the dining table as if someone had been sitting there. They would always put them back every night, and sure enough, every morning they would wake up to all the chairs scattered. The next night, one of her friends swore she heard someone dragging furniture in the living room. So they all went and checked, and that's when they noticed that the chairs were moving on their own from under the table. Now, by night 5, this is when they decided that they couldn't do this anymore. At that point, everybody was exhausted. Daphne was dozing off, and she felt the mattress sink, as if someone had just sat down beside her. Her phone slipped out of her hand, and in the black screen reflection, she saw a woman's face over her shoulder, pale, eyes wide open. And when she whipped around, nothing was there. One of the friends had sleep paralysis in the other room, and in her paralysis, she saw this pale woman standing there with blood rushing down her cheeks and running toward her on the bed. And when the woman got close enough, the friend woke up, and the other friend woke up screaming that night. She said something grabbed at her ankle and scratched her feet. They saw like fingerprints like on the floorboards as if someone was crawling under the bed. They said that's all they needed to see. They left at sunrise and none of them looked back. Coco, New Orleans is haunted. I haven't done a haunted house story in so long. If you have a spooky story that you want me to tell, feel free to submit it to me right here on TikTok or on Instagram. For longer, better, and spookier stories, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I say at the end of every single video, I love you, my abducted humans, from your favorite Haitian homegirl, featuring Coco.